Johnny Dollar.
Dollar, this is Frank Francis at Tri-Western Life in Los Angeles.
Well, hiya.
How soon do you think you could get on out here?
Well, it's early evening here in the east. Sometime tomorrow morning be all right?
Well, I suppose it'll have to be. But unless you can get here before noon, there may be no point in your coming at all.
Noon your time.
Yeah.
Well, it's easy. There's a jet flight out of New York around 8 a.m. Eastern time. It'll get me to L.A. International around 11 your time.
Good. I'll meet you at the airport.
What seems to be the trouble, Mr. Francis?
The recent death of one of our policyholders, Dollar. I hope you'll be able to find out for us if it was accidental or suicide.
Oh?
Or possibly even murder.
Murder?
Yes.
Okay.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Reddick in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Tri-Western Life Insurance Company, Los Angeles office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Simple Simon matter. Expense account item 1, early the next morning. $180.40 plane fare. The usual prevailing westerly winds didn't prevail, so the flight was even faster than scheduled. And the big jet set down at the L.A. International Airport well before 11 a.m. Pacific time, that is. True to his word, Frank Francis was there and waiting for me.
Right over here, Dollar.
Oh, okay, Frank. Excuse me, please. Will you excuse me, please?
If you have any heavy luggage waiting to be taken off the plane, I'm afraid we'd better pick it up later.
Everything I own is in this kind of glorified briefcase.
Good. Because we have to be sure that we're back in my office before noon. Come on. My car's out here at the curb.
All right. But why is the time element so important?
Because of a phone call I'm expecting. For you. Get in, Johnny.
Phone call for me?
Yeah. Come on, get in, huh?
From whom, Frank?
I'll tell you all about it on the way in.
All right, whatever you say. Well?
Johnny, at the present moment, the death of Jerry Hilton, Gerald Raymond Hilton, to be more exact, is on the books as accidental or possible suicide.
And you wrote his insurance?
For some $16,000. Straight life with double indemnity in case of accidental death.
The beneficiary?
His wife.
Go on, Frank.
It happened about a week ago on a side road. Or rather, off a side road in the vicinity of Newhall.
Where is Newhall?
About 35 miles north of here. 2,000 or 3,000 people, some farmland, a bunch of oil wells.
Go on.
Hilton was apparently driving around a bad curve on the side of a hill. Narrow, dusty little dirt road. He apparently lost control and went over into a rather deep canyon full of big rocks. There wasn't too much left of his car, and apparently Hilton died immediately.
So it looked like an accident?
Apparently.
And that's the fourth time now, that you've used that word, apparently.
Deliberately, Johnny.
Why?
There isn't much of a police force out that way, but believe me, they're on their toes. Those boys went over the scene of that so-called accident with a fine-tooth comb.
What do they find, Frank?
They found that Hilton's car had stopped there on that curve. Or maybe been stopped is a better term.
Why do you say that?
Because of a phone call I got yesterday, the one we're expecting at noon.
A phone call?
Yeah.
Frank, that bush that you're beating around is getting kind of big.
I know. Well, okay. The tire tracks showed that Hilton's car had stopped and then not skidded, but had been driven slowly over the edge.
Now, about that phone call.
Well, couple that with the fact that he was half crazy with financial troubles. He'd already borrowed a couple of $1,000 on his insurance. And the fact that his wife, and believe me, he was devoted to her, that his wife has been sick and yet still trying to work in some factory to keep him in food and clothing, and, well, it pretty clearly indicated suicide made to look like an accident.
Did the police agree on that?
All the way. Hilton's been a complete failure. He had nothing except a shady reputation. The only thing left to give to his wife to keep her alive was the insurance. Needless to say, with her 3-year-old kid, I forgot to mention him, with the kid needing an operation for something or other immediately, she's already put in a claim.
But if it was suicide, she can't collect.
Exactly.
Which, I suppose, is just what you'd like.
No.
Oh?
No, Johnny. I've known about Marjorie Hilton a long time, ever since high school. I think she